What's up, the world? This is Jack Lacy here with Lacy Media, and today we're here with Logan. And make sure I'm saying it right. Is it Abdu?
Adbo.
Abda. Okay. See, I said it wrong. So I got the Abda. Okay. So where'd that last name come from?
It's Arabic. Yeah,
Arabic. Okay. Very cool. So that's in your heritage, I guess.
yeah. I'm like a little quarter Arab.
All
Yep,
right. Very cool. So that's if you don't know Logan, his band that I guess his music persona is Lo, right?
yep.
So if you're on, I'll be putting links below to everything we talk about. I'll give you a link to that page so you can check out his music. And I know you have a YouTube and you have a Spotify and all that good stuff. So we'll put little links below, and people can go click on them and check out your music that way. So a little bit first of all, so I actually didn't get to meet Low at Blue Ridge last year, but I did take pictures of Low last year at Blue Ridge Rock Fest. So I can't remember which band it was playing at the time. I want to I think I don't know if it's Motions and Wide or who it was, but so Lowe is in a wheelchair. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But they had your wheelchair. People had it up, and you were crowd surfing with the top of the wheelchair, which is which
Yeah.
which is I want to be able to sit in a chair and crowd surf is kind of a different aspect of how people usually do on their backs or on their stomachs or however they flip over back and forth. So wheelchair's got to be a totally different experience than that. But so people are going to be curious about, first of all, why are you in a wheelchair?
I was born this way. I was born with a disability called Vater syndrome, and I'm missing like a lower back and a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so you were born that way with missing a lower back. Okay,
Yep.
so did you able to move? Are you able to move your legs and stuff?
Oh yeah. I'll show an example.
Okay,
We
all right. So your feet and legs move. You're just missing that lower back, so you don't can't. Is it that? I guess the ability to walk is harder. Huh?
Yeah, you gotta like hold on to stuff and all that. But like it shows and stuff. Sometimes if I can do it, I'll even do like handstands and flips. Sometimes I'll even stand, have fun with it.
Oh, really? Okay. So that's very
Yeah,
interesting. So when you do a handstand, do you have to have some muscles there to hold your legs up, right?
really good upper body strength.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have to. 'Cause I'm sure doing the wheelchair it could get you good arm strength, right?
Absolutely.
And then of course you're holding the mic, and we'll talk about your music here in a second. You got to hold that mic. It's gonna surely that doing the wheelchair and holding the mic's got to be something that's got to definitely get your strength up to do all that. So we'll talk about that. But so you've been that way for life, and what got you to do the crowd surfing at Blue Ridge? What did you take? Did you tell somebody, say, "Hey, can you pick me up?" And
So what happened was I had ran into some friends of mine who had seen me crowd surf at some local shows in North Carolina before. Like I think I did one at Chelsea Grand and then at a local band called War. I did it at their show. And I was like, oh come on, let's do it again for this. And at first we were gonna try to do it for Terror. And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm be scared of that one.
right. So was it Moses and White? Was that the one that you were on? I can't remember which one you did it at.
I did three. I did Black Veil Brides, Motionless in White, and Pierce the Veil.
Okay. So I think Motion's White is where I took the pictures. I'm pretty sure is where I got it. But a lot of my photographer buddies and the media that were there taking pictures, I know several different ones got pictures of you. So everybody got different pictures. I'm sure you were bombarded with pictures on Blue Ridge Rock Fest fan page
Yeah.
and all the different things of you and different, I guess, different aspects, front, side. You were waving one time and you were going across there. So how far did you get to go up? Did they take you all the way to the very edge?
Yes, especially for Pierce the Veil, because that's actually how I got in the festival. Because I was friends with their singer, and he guest listed me, and they
Oh,
crowd surfed me basically to the edge, and then past there where the security guards are, like right where the stage is, past the barricade.
so you're friends with somebody in Pierceville. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
How long you known them?
I've known of the band since I was 15, but I met Vic when I was 24 in 2021. I was in the hospital and one of my friends who I make music with sometimes, she's out in California. She's friends with him and they sort of like contacted me through like a Zoom call just like this, and it's kind of like a get well soon thing, and
Yeah.
we kept in touch, and he was like, "Hey, heck yeah!" And Blue Ridge is like 30 minutes away from me, and so
Right?
I was like, "Let's go!" And so he hooked me up, and yeah, we talk sometimes. It's been a few months since I've heard from him, though. Sadly,
Yeah. I'm sure they're a little pretty busy band.
yeah.
Yeah, so but that's very cool. It's a cool story. I mean, you got in there and got to see some different stuff that most people don't get to see because the fact that you're up on a chair, most people crowd surf, they can't see what's going on. They're on their backs or they're flipping over. But you're up in your chair, so you can kind of see what everything was going on. How was that view?
That was really cool. I felt like a tall person. It was fun.
Yeah, you were the tallest person around there, no doubt about that for sure. Uh, but anyway, so you got a lot of pictures, a lot of. I'm sure people checked you out when on Facebook and different things when they saw the pictures. So kind of like I did, I was like I saw it and somebody said, "Oh, did you know he's a singer?" I was like, "No, I didn't know that." So I went and seen your page, and I was like, "Sure enough, there you are singing." So you're not just a singer, but when I listen to your music, you're like a screamo kind of type of deal. You've got some rapping going on mixed with some techno kind of stuff, or you have it as like a voice box or something. I don't know. I'm not very good with that kind of stuff.
So some of it, yeah, it's screaming, singing, and then there's some of the rappy stuff. The techno stuff, that's something either my DJs or my producers will do. I'll either buy beats or have them made for me. And with those, they'll do all the techno-y stuff if it's needed for the song. And sometimes I'll even glitch my vocals out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard that and I was like, that's pretty interesting because I could definitely tell it was something different, than the average. What do you call it? The average voice. It was different. And so you do have one album, right? There's out No Way Out.
I have a record. That was the first one, and then I have two EPs, and then a record coming out June 16th called "Bangers of a Broken Heart."
Okay, so No Way Out was your first album, though.
Yeah, that was the first one. That was more like dubstep metal, like Sullivan King kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
So
then, oh,
go ahead. You were telling me about it. So the second you got another album coming out.
yeah, that's more kind of like singy halfway, and then the other half's like really heavy stuff, but it's all kind of like metalcore, hard rock kind of thing. It sounds pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is cool. So are you signed with anybody, or are you an independent artist, or
Independent, but always looking.
yeah, always looking somebody. So if you want to sign him, we'll have some links below. I do know that I guess you have a manager or something that I saw that if you wanted to book you, who's that Rob guy or whatever that was.
Oh, oh, he's a friend of mine. Sometimes he's like help me out with mixing and mastering, sometimes stuff like that. I've actually kind of been managing myself
Okay,
and doing a lot of, kind of booking the shows on my own, getting the merch paid for, even the beats made for, all that.
right. Got a little bit of a glitch there, but so you definitely independent, taking care of doing it yourself to get your music out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go to Spotify, listen to music, I know that Spotify every time you listen to a song, it gives you a couple of pennies or something, right? Like so many hits on your music, you probably make a little bit, right? Is that correct on Spotify?
Oh, yes, very much. You do make a little something from them.
So the more you listen to them on Spotify, the more money you're going to make. That helps out artists. A lot of times, people are like, well, how can I do it? You can buy, I'm sure you can download and buy also, but just the fact if you listen over and over again, you really like the different songs, then it helps out. And I know that's how that works. And so you have a YouTube. Is it your own YouTube channel or?
I do have a YouTube channel under my actual name, Logan Adbo. I've had that channel since think basically middle school. There's literally stuff on there from like high school even, but I don't really do some of the stuff I used to do on there. It was like drum covers and stuff like that. But my YouTube channel has all my music on it, and yeah.
Okay, so are you the editor and videographer of that too, or do you have people help you?
I depending on the videos, sometimes I'll just like make the video myself.
Hmm.
Um Sometimes I'll pay for lyric videos, stuff like that.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, so you can buy. I know a friend of mine that has music also. He definitely buys like little shorts and different things to make a music video. And I actually recorded and produced and edited one of his videos. So it was pretty cool. It was a fun experience for me. It's my only video that I edited and produced and filmed it. So, and I know music videos are fun. That's hopefully do more of that in the future. So maybe me and you'll get together and we'll do a video or something, and make a music video. How's that?
I'd love to at any time.
Yeah. So you got that going on, and that kind of shouts you out there. I saw you played. Where do you play something somewhere not too long ago? What was your last gig that you did?
My last gig was at a venue called Rock House in Greensboro, North Carolina. It
Mm-hmm.
was a benefit for a guy named Burley Hayes, who I played shows at his venue back from like 2016 to 2018.
Right.
And he had recently passed away, and he was a good friend. So I went out and played for him there, and it was fun. And then I have a few weeks off, and then I play in Wilmington, North Carolina again.
Okay, Wilmington. That's a good area. That's a huge area, right? Wilmington,
Yeah,
right there by the beach and stuff.
yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So you had to. I'm assuming you had to book that yourself and make all those arrangements. And so, do you have a lot of equipment you have to take with you when you go play?
Funny enough, no. I perform kind of like how a rapper would.
Huh?
So if my DJ is not there, it'll be me, and I'll hook up my iPad and my little wireless microphone and go. If my
Okay.
DJ's there, it's just my wireless microphone and his setup, and we go.
All right.
But it's really not a lot of gear.
So what's your DJ's name? I saw him on several things. What's his
Um,
name?
his his name is DJ Trick Style. He does like dubstep, house music. He's really cool. He's actually from my band Murata. He used to be the bassist in it, but since this kind of picked up, we've kind of been focused on this.
Okay, we got a little bit of a glitch there. Kind of slowed down. You were talking, but you weren't moving. So say his name one more time.
DJ Trick Style, aka Terrence Ross.
Okay, awesome. So he helps you out and does shows with you sometimes.
Yep, sometimes, yep.
Okay. So who inspired you to want to sing?
So many people. I would say if you want to start from the very beginning, Freddie Mercury was kind of a legend.
Queen. Everybody, you can't
Yeah.
can't beat Queen. I mean, he has the voice for sure, and then the theatrics, and so that's awesome. So, but he was definitely more of the theatrics and more of the opera-ish type singing metal type of deal. So, but you have a little bit of that, but you have some screamo type stuff. So, who got you into that? Slipknot, Corey
Yeah,
Taylor.
right here. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
all right. So Corey Taylor, if you're watching, I doubt he is. That'd be
Maybe
nice.
one day.
That'd be wise. Yeah. So did you get to see him there at Blue Ridge?
He was one of the bands that I almost crowd surfed for, but I saw him through the crowd, and that was so cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, we were standing on the side stage watching, and as the crowd out there was just humongous. So it was a big. I think probably the biggest crowd I've seen at Blue Ridge or anywhere else I've ever been, and that was a very huge crowd and a good show. I'm loving that this year he's coming himself and Slipknot both coming to Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Same.
Yep. So that's gonna be awesome that you get to hear two aspects because he definitely sings different when he's himself than he does with Slipknot. So that's pretty cool. Definitely, probably out of all the shows I've seen, I think Slipknot is probably one of the best performance wise that I've seen out there for bands in my opinion. I definitely liked last year. I liked Ghost. I pretty much fanboyed out when I saw Ghost because I was so excited to check them out. And then of course there's tons of other bands that we saw that we loved. I think my wife took a lot of the Black Veil Brides when we saw them, and I think Pierce the Veil. I think we actually missed them. Like I think we were at another part taking some pictures of somewhere else, and I missed them. So I would be definitely something I'd like to see them again or see them play. That'd be pretty neat. So when you're up there, so you got your beat music playing, you're in your wheelchair. Some of them have stages. Do you have to go off the stage on like a ramp, or do you always start down the floor? How do you do that?
Funny enough, I've never actually played a venue with a ramp, but I know they exist and I have been to one.
Mhm.
Depending on the venue, sometimes I'll get on the stage, sometimes I'll be in the crowd.
Right. Because I've seen you like in the crowd almost, right in the front, just singing,
Yeah.
and you're like on the floor with all the people that they're coming to the show. So you have some regular fans that come to all your shows, or is it different people every
Um,
time?
some regulars, some different people.
Yeah,
Sometimes I play with some regulars come out. Sometimes it's kind of different.
yeah. So does anybody ever come to your show not knowing that you're going to be in a wheelchair? They just come to the show like, I'm going to see this singer, and it's a good show, $5 or $10 to get in, and I'm going to go check it out. And you ever see anybody goes kind of like, oh, he's in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that from like when I'm singing and from the crowd perspective.
Yeah,
They'll be all like tripped out. It's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah. So the people like they love it though, right? They like they're I'm sure they're very respectful and like pumped up that you're singing in a wheelchair, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so what do you think? What do you think the best aspect of your singing does for people like your songs? So kind of tell me. So do you write all your songs?
I write all the lyrics. I sure do.
Okay. So kind of how do you get your material? Is it like things that happen in your life, or is it things you dream about, or how's that work out for you? Like,
Mainly it just comes from life experience, and there's times too where I'll hear a beat and I'll figure out a song idea through the instrumental.
okay, so do you normally so is that normally it the beat drives the lyrics, or do you have lyrics first and sometimes add the beat, or they're both?
Both. Sometimes it's lyrics then beat, sometimes it's beat then lyrics.
Yeah. So comatose. So your newest single, right? So
Yeah.
what's that about?
That one I kind of talked kind of a little bit about how video game addiction can take over, you.
Hmm.
And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, know how to have fun with it, but also know when to like put it down. That's why the first line, don't run from the monsters under your bed. Don't run from something that's fun, but don't turn it into a vice. Turn it into like a positive.
Right. Okay. That's perfect. Yeah. Because trust me, I love playing some video games too. But I have other things I got to do, take care of bills, and all that good stuff. Mow the yard. You got to do all those different things. But yeah, so
Exactly.
it's like have fun with it, but at the same time, make sure you live life. And that's another thing is like so if you're playing games or doing different things like that, it's the ability to get out there and do something with your life because you want to go see shows, you want to sing, you want to meet people, and if you're sitting behind a phone or on a or gaming all the time, then you're not going to be able to get out there and meet the world and see the world and do cool things, right?
Exactly.
So I like that. That's a good aspect of that to that song for sure. And what about Hot Wheels? I'm curious about that one for sure.
That one was just funny. My friend said, hey Logan, you should make a song called Hot Wheels because they would call me that. They'd be
Hmm.
like, oh, what's up, Hot Wheels? I'm like, okay. And it's kind of like wrote something random to it.
So I was wondering if it had anything to do with the wheelchair. So that's why when I heard it,
It yeah. I mean, Hot Wheels, ha ha.
so I was like, I listened to that and I was like, I wonder if that has anything to do with the wheelchair. So that's pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah.
What's your favorite one of all your songs you sing and do? What's your favorite?
I like Lazarus Rising or either Comatose.
Okay, Commodore or Lazarus Riding. I heard Lazarus Riding. You have a lot of different people in that one.
Yeah.
So it's not just you. It's like 3 or 4 different people in there singing and doing stuff. Is that right?
It's me, my producer Chill Panic, and one of my friends from Las Vegas, Little Titan, who I have a lot of songs with.
You have a lot of what?
I have a lot of songs with him,
Oh, a
Little
lot of songs.
Titan.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of songs with him. All right. So when you have somebody like in Vegas or somewhere, do y'all have to like sample your deal and send it to each other and to get it put together? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, basically what we do is we ask for the beat. We be like, hey, we want this, this, this. He sends it over, we sing over it, and we get it mixed and mastered. Or in my cases, sometimes I'll go through like a couple people who are on my Facebook who make like metal beats.
Hmm.
Then they'll have like a YouTube channel and I'll go through and see what I like. And if it's like really good, I'll end up buying a lease for it or
Okay.
buying it outright and making something dope.
Okay. So I'm kind of curious. So how much does like beats cost? I wouldn't even have a clue. Like if you're buying those.
It depends on the situation at hand. For me, because I'm unsigned and kind of small, they're a little bit more reasonable. For
Right.
example, let's say you wanted like a lease for $30. Those leases, they last you a certain amount of streams, and then you gotta buy another one or buy outright. It can range from anywhere to $30 for if you want full exclusive or unlimited, anywhere from a couple hundred to a couple thousand.
Oh wow, okay. And I was curious how that worked out, because I had a few friends I was been trying to do some riffs for my page and like have a little riff going on that I wanted to use. So I was always curious about that. That's pretty interesting. So if you don't have too many, then it's just a little bit about. But if you start making more hits on your Spotify and doing things like that, then it could cost you more in the long run, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, which will be okay if you're getting thousands and thousands of hits. But you got, I think I saw, what is it like? How many was that one? Let me look back here real quick, because I thought you had like some pretty good views on a couple of these that like
Yeah, like
20.
Lazarus Rising has like 17,000.
Yeah, you have on the Hot Wheels you have 29,000, and you
Yep,
can't.
some of them just get in random playlists.
Yeah, so you can't control me. It's got 28,000. I mean, that's, to me that sounds like that's a lot of plays. So that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty,
it's not bad.
not bad at all. So, and then what I want to do real quick is I'm going to take a real quick commercial break. So then we'll be right back. Okay. So,
Gotcha.
so check out this commercial here. It's from Immortal Forest. It's goth metal apparel, and check it out. Welcome back. Like again, that was Immortal Forest. Definitely a little commercial from their company. It's apparel for goth metal. They're also proud sponsors of Blue Ridge Rock Fest and Bruce Talk that's coming up in North Carolina. So Immortal Forest is sponsored for both those festivals. So if you're at either Bruce Talk or Blue Ridge Rock Festival, make sure you stop by and check out the Immortal Forest booth. So it'll be there. So pretty exciting. I'll be at that booth also. So if you're in that area, check us out. So do you know about Brewstock? You heard about that one, that festival?
I have heard of that. Yeah,
That's coming up there in North Carolina, close to your area, right? Is it
I'm not sure.
Gastonia or something like that? I forget the name of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. So you're in North Carolina, so it's not gonna be too far from you. Definitely some cool bands gonna be playing there. One of the guys that, I don't know if you know Awesome Ray Ray. You heard of him?
I think I have on Facebook.
Yeah, so Awesome Ray Ray is going to be playing at that festival, and he's also a influencer for Immortal Forest. So, real super awesome guy. So I made to get y'all hook up and do some beats, because he does some rapping and some beats and some stuff. He's pretty awesome. So you have to hook y'all two up, and so y'all can maybe do some song together. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. So, all right, very cool. So you got a new album coming out. What's your next show coming up?
June 16th in Wilmington at this place called Barzar, I think.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's like me and a bunch of other solo rock artists who
Okay.
like perform like I do, including my producer Chill Panic.
Okay. So y'all all going to be there. How much does that cost to get in normally?
And I think it's like 10 to get in.
Okay. That's not bad. That's a perfect price for most of your good rock shows you go to, a $10 fee to get in those. And I know that we go to a lot of different shows. We do photography for for a lot of the bands, especially around the area here close by. We just shot some photos of Blackbird Medicine here in Lynchburg, Virginia, where I'm at. And they're a cool little band that plays here. And then Morning Illusions are really a good band that plays here too. So both those are bands that we shoot a lot because they're right here in our area. But we're super excited again for Blue Ridge Rock Fest. We can't wait for that. And then Bruce Stock is actually before that, and so we're super excited about that. Now, so if they want to, people want to, how is the best way for like a fan of your music to shout you out, to do different things? What they always say, make sure you share the page, share the music. Talk. So tell me kind of what if you're talking to your fans, you're saying, hey, I want you to get my music out there more. How would you tell people to do it?
I'd be like, check me out on Instagram at Logan the Drummer One. Check me out on TikTok at low_music21. Um, check out my Facebook, www.facebook.com/lowmusic21. And that's the best way to get in contact and to share my stuff.
Okay, very cool. All right, and then so you got your music coming up, you got your releases coming up, and then you got your playing. So you're doing all the right stuff. You got the album, you got the shows you're doing, and then when you go to the festivals, you're up there. You need to have someone on the back of your wheelchair that says like your band or something. You need to have that way. That's what you need on the back of your wheelchair.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. But otherwise, anything else that I need to know about going on with you, Logan?
I think that's it. Check out the new music. More shows coming up soon, and have some fun. Actually, do you remember Dying Earth?
Dying Oath?
They were at Blue Ridge last year.
Yeah, they're actually going to be at Bruce Talk.
I'm playing with them July 15th at the Milk Parlor in Blacksburg.
Okay, very cool. I actually talked to them about doing an interview with them also. So, but waiting to hear back from them. We talked a little bit.
Awesome.
We hadn't set up a time yet, but hopefully I get an interview with them. They're a cool little band, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They got the female singer.
Yes. I played shows with I played a show at Mindy before.
All right. So definitely check them out too. Check out that show. Otherwise, appreciate your time, man. I know that everybody's always busy doing stuff, and when I talked to you, you said let's do it whenever we can. So I'm glad you took some time out to talk to me, and let's like I said, everybody go below, check out all the links to Low and to all his music from Spotify and YouTube, and I'll have all those links below. And definitely, if you need somebody to play somewhere, or some place that you like him to play, make sure you go in there and let him know so he can come play and you can see him singing right in your face, like is what some of the pictures look like, right?
Yeah, something like that. Depends on the venue, but oh yeah.
There you go. All right, Lo, appreciate your time, brother, and you have a good day.
You too.
All right.